The first thing the woman did after being reborn was carve the Prime Minister's mark into her shoulder. She asked to become the man's pawn, because she wanted to be as powerful as he was. It turned out in her past life, she'd gone all out to help her husband rise to a high official position. But once he gained power, he framed her entire family for treason. She begged him to spare her parents, but he coldly refused. At that moment, the all-powerful Prime Minister passed by in his sedan chair. Everyone knelt respectfully, including her husband. The man told her only someone as powerful as the man could avoid being wronged by others. From that moment on, she vowed that if she ever got another chance, she'd become someone like him. Perhaps it was God's mercy. Seconds later, she opened her eyes again. She realized she'd been reborn on the day her husband came to propose marriage a year earlier. She was determined this time to protect her family and make those who'd hurt her pay the price. She immediately slapped the man and proposed to call off the engagement, ordering him to get out. The man angrily declared he'd already curried favor with the prince. If she refused to marry him, she'd be offending the prince. But her father spoke up. If his daughter didn't want to marry, no one could force her. However, she knew her family would face retaliation. To protect them, she tracked down the Prime Minister while he was on a mission. She said she wanted to be his person. The man assumed she meant she wanted to be his lover, but she had carved his mark into her shoulder, and she said she wanted to be his tool, all to protect her family. The man doubted she could handle such power. Unexpectedly, she reached out and grasped his sword. Her resolve sparked his interest. He said if she could win the election the next day to prove her ability, he'd let her be his person. Otherwise, he'd cut the mark from her shoulder. She agreed without hesitation. The next day, her servants were worried, but she stayed calm. She'd long been prepared.